Now that I have Feixiao, I can finally build 2 strong universal hunt teams on my account. One team will be led by Feixiao, and the other by Boothill. Both are incredible universal DPS units due to their unique abilities to implant a new weakness and bypass elemental matchups. Since I've decided to exclusively play Hunt DPS, most of the puzzle is already complete. However, there's one major issue. I need to make a compromise. Boothill's team is already set in stone. The Boothill Ruin Mei Bronya trio is an unstoppable force, capable of destroying anything in the game. Ruin Mei and Bronya work seamlessly together, helping Boothill accumulate 3 stacks of pocket trick shot as quickly as possible, unlocking his full power. And what makes this team more sweet is the fact that there is an empty 4th slot. Sustain isn't needed because Ruin Mei's recovery delay essentially functions as a sustain ability. Enemies are usually dead before they even have the chance to recover. This means the team can accommodate up to 3 supports while remaining incredibly safe. That's insane. I can put anybody here depending on the enemy's weaknesses. If they're weak to ice, Pella is up for the job. If they're weak to imaginary, Harmony MC will turn this team into Super Break. Zhao Q eats fire-weak enemies for breakfast, so on and so forth. The only potential weakness lies in my Boothill's relics. But other than that, this team has no flaws, and I absolutely love it. Comparing this to my newly built Feixiao team, the situation feels like the complete opposite. Without Robin, who is her best support, I can really feel the lack of power. Some players use Bronya as an alternative, but as you can see, she's already occupied. Hunt March 7th and Jinwoo work well with Feixiao to form a follow-up team. But these 3 alone are not enough. They lack the universal factor. Hunt March 7th can only copy the element of her teammates. And while Feixiao bypasses elemental matchups, she doesn't implant a wind weakness. So if the enemies aren't weak to either imaginary or wind, she won't help in reducing the toughness. In this case, I need a dedicated support to significantly boost this team's damage output so I can brute force the battle, or somebody that synergizes with Feixiao's ultimate, or a sustain with offensive buff other than Gallagher for a comfy 0-1 cycle run in MOC. Unfortunately, no one else on my account seems to synergize well enough with Feixiao. This leaves me with one option: stealing someone from Boothill's team. Both Ruin Mei and Bronya are important, but as I said earlier, compromises have to be made. Boothill without Ruin Mei is not pretty. He struggles to break the enemy's toughness quickly, especially without pocket trick shot. Losing her not only slows the team by at least 1 cycle, it also leaves it vulnerable. In some situations, the empty slot that once offered flexibility might need to be filled by a sustain to keep Boothill alive. It's not ideal to play this team without Ruin Mei, but losing Bronya is an absolute tragedy. Without her, the team loses its main engine. Boothill's speed plummets. He barely moves, only twice per cycle now. It's a nightmare. The team becomes unbearably slow, and I can't stand that experience at all. That's why I've been testing Feixiao with Ruin Mei this whole time. By moving Ruin Mei over to Feixiao team, I've managed to fix her team's performance without completely crippling Boothill's. Neither team is at its full potential, but given the limitations of my account, this setup will have to do for now. And here comes the million-dollar question. How future-proof are these teams? Which one will crumble first when the next difficulty spike hits? Unfortunately, I have to admit that Boothill's team is on shaky ground. Feixiao team feels more comfy and secure. Given her overall strength, the availability of characters to battery her ultimate, and Ruin Mei's presence, I can see this synergy holding strong for a while. On the flip side, Boothill is only almighty when he reaches 3 stacks of pocket trick shot, and Ruin Mei is crucial for achieving that quickly. If a battle doesn't have more than 1 trash mob in the first wave, Boothill's team is in trouble. Relying on Bronya alone is fine for now. But as enemies' HP and toughness inevitably increase, this team will struggle to keep up. Boothill needs someone who can boost the party's weakness break efficiency. And right now, that ability is exclusive to Ruin Mei. I don't know why Hoyoverse still refuses to give us another unit with that skill. Even having 2 Ruin Mei won't break the game at this point. Robin is the real game-breaking support. So I think it's time to start looking for a new support for my baby Boothill. I have yet to reach the finish line, apparently. Thankfully, Lingsha doesn't seem like a good fit for him, and version 2.6 only introduces one new character, who happens to be a DPS. After using all my jades on the current banner for Feixiao and a bunch of Jinwoo copies, I need some time to save up again. Version 2.7 is the ideal time to pull, and I hope it will introduce better options for Boothill. However, I'm hoping these 2 teams will be set by the time we enter 2025, so I can start saving for the Fate Stay Night collab. I'm aiming to E6 someone from that banner, and it's going to take a lot of jades. If I remember correctly, Emiya has already been teased to be playable. I want an E6 Emiya, and who knows, there will be more. So I need to prepare as many jades as I can. That's why just work is not enough. I really want these teams to be as strong and comfortable as possible, to ensure that I won't need a new DPS, or even a new team for at least a year. Whatever. Just ignore whatever I said just now. Sorry for wasting 7 minutes of your life. We are so ready for the Fate Stay Night collab, boys.
Yeah!